So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert, if this is your first time tuning in. So today I have with me the Danner Mountain 600 hiking boots. I'm going to quickly give you guys how much these things cost today, the type of environment I put these shoes in, and how I overall like them 1 year later after using them, after using the heck out of them actually. So stay tuned, let's go ahead and get into it. So again, my name is Robert. If you don't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, it helps me out tremendously, helps the channel out, and it helps anyone else looking for these specific type of boots. So again, I have the Danner Mountain 600s here in front of me. I'm gonna link them down below for anyone who wants to check them out, purchase them, read specs, compare pictures, things like that. It'll all be down in the description. So I've had these shoes for about a year. I'm gonna quickly just kind of show you guys what they look like today. This is the right foot, this is the left foot, and I'll show you the bottom of the soles here shortly. And we'll talk about how much mileage these shoes actually have on them as well. So I'm gonna kind of zoom out and zoom in, show you guys the front of them as well. So again, I've had these for about a year. You can tell that they have some more wear and tear on the traction themselves. They've been cut down a little bit, but it doesn't look too bad considering it's been a year. And I'm gonna quickly talk about the environments that I've put these shoes in. So starting off with my home base, which is South Texas. So South Texas is known for thick brush, thick mesquite, a bunch of thorns, sometimes sandy, hot sand, depending, and then also hot asphalt. It gets 100 and something plus here in Texas. For those of you guys who are watching out of state or out of the country, the asphalt, which is the road, gets very hot, 100 plus degrees. So I've been walking on asphalt sometimes on these shoes, and you would think sometimes with those excessive temperatures or walking in hot sand that the glue that holds the soles together to the shoe would possibly get loose or melt and the shoes might come undone. That hasn't happened. I've had other boots. I'm gonna bring those boots on another video that actually did fall apart, not especially due to the hot temperatures, but for other reasons. And I've also had other boots in general that exposed to really hot temperatures, the glue does come undone. But on these, they have not. And for the leather being put through South Texas brush, which is rough, it's really rough on shoes. It's rough on all kinds of shoes, not just these. The leather still looks good. I mean, they're dirty because they get used a lot, almost daily. So they're dirty, but they're not severely scratched as you might expect for shoes that are exposed to these types of elements, which is South Texas. Now, aside from South Texas, these things have been put in Finland and Iceland. So Iceland is a very rocky environment. It's also very cold. So they have been exposed to cold temperatures as far as snow and rocky terrain, as well as ice. They perform very well. They actually have really good traction, especially in snow. In ice, it's kind of hard to say. I've even had some other shoes that are just, they don't have great traction in ice, but these are better than some when it comes to traction in ice. But again, ice, you really need special shoes for ice anyway. But given that these are just, you know, you pull them off the shelf and you walk with them, they're not bad. But again, ice, you're gonna need specific shoes. So they've been exposed to those temperatures. Now, I also took these shoes out to Finland, was negative 12, 14, 16 degrees, very cold temperatures. And again, that snow was even thicker, deeper, and I actually brought two pairs of shoes with me on that one, insulated and non-insulated, which were these. And I had to swap back and forth because there was times where my feet would get cold putting on these. But what I did end up doing, because these are just so much more comfortable, is I ended up putting, I think, like 2 or 3 pairs of socks on, and that helped me out tremendously. Made my foot a lot more comfortable, my foot a lot warmer. Again, I brought insulated boots with me, but as far as comfortableness, they just don't hold up to the way the Danners do. So they've been put through extreme cold, extreme heat. Now, we also went to Colorado for an elk hunt. I put these shoes through miles and miles of hiking through Colorado's rocky terrain for 2 weeks, anywhere between 5 to 12 miles, hunting, scouting, and just kind of wandering around in the wilderness. So these shoes in total have probably within a year 50 to 200 miles on them in general is what I would estimate. I haven't actually sat down and tracked every single mile I put on them, but if I had to guess, it's anywhere between 150 to 200 miles on these boots. I'm a very active person. I run a lot, so I'm always on the move. And so when I'm not running or anything like that, I'm always wearing these boots and doing yard work or traveling or we're doing something. So I'm very active. So these boots have a lot of miles on them, and they look great. Now I will tell you one quick upgrade that I did do to these, and it wasn't really necessary. The shoes are comfortable themselves, but I liked these, what is these called? Insoles. Forgot the term for these things. These insoles, I had them in some old work boots, and I just found myself using these more often to work out in the ranch, that I just decided to take those out of my work boots and put them into my Danners. And that's the only upgrade that I did to these shoes. Other than that, that's been it. Now, how comfortable are they? I've already kind of quickly glossed over it, but they are super comfortable shoes. The most comfortable boot that I've had. And I don't say that lightly, and I'm not sponsored by Danner. If you are watching this, you want me to, if you want to sponsor the channel, reach out. I'd be more than happy. I love y'all's boots. But yeah, I'm not sponsored by Danner, but these are super comfortable boots. Like, I can't brag on them enough. They're very comfortable shoes. And again, I don't say that lightly. They've been really good shoes to me. They've also been put through mud. So here in Texas, specifically on my property, we have that black clay. That black clay is tough. And when you get stuck or when you walk in black clay, for those of you guys who are not from South Texas or have this type of clay in your area, when you get put in black clay, it's like a suction. And I've had so many freaking boots just come apart when I walk in black clay. The whole sole sometimes just gets sucked. So like, I'll be walking and the suction on the black clay is so tough. And again, these are usually older boots. They're usually not brand new, but they're so tough, the suction on the black clay, that it pulls the sole off of the boots when I try to pick up my foot because it's so stuck. And you can kind of tell, I mean, this isn't black clay, this is another type of clay, but I've had that happen in these, but the soles still stay intact. And again, another testament to the glue that they use for these boots. I would love to go see what the manufacturing process is for these types of boots, because they've been very durable, and I put them through hell and back. Like, seriously, I put them through a lot of stuff. Now, as far as water resistant, they're actually very water resistant for light stuff. Like, if I'm gonna get down and walk into the pond a little bit, I'm probably not gonna wear these. I'm gonna wear actual, you know, water boots or something like that. But for, you know, your morning mist, small little puddles here and there, plenty fine. They don't get any water inside. They've kept my feet dry so far. A little bit of wear and tear on the bottom of the soles, but again, they've had hundreds, probably close to 200 miles on them, and they still look really good. And again, we've put them through super rocky terrain. We've put them through excessive heat, excessive cold, and they're still holding up very well. And I'm actually surprised. And I'm honestly going to be buying me myself another pair. And if I could afford 100 pair of these and just keep them stored away, and I'll just wear these for the rest of my life, I probably would. Besides tennis shoes, I love tennis shoes, but for my boot purposes, if I could just buy 100 of these and keep them stored and just when they wear out, get a new pair, I definitely would. They're actually super comfortable shoes. Again, sometimes it might come down to personal preference, but for me, those shoes have been really good. And a lot of people I've actually talked to have said actually the same thing too. And what I like about these boots is that they curve with your foot. They almost feel like a tenny with a little bit extra weight on there, but they kind of feel like a tenny because they have like these little grooves underneath that kind of move with the foot. Not quite like a tennis shoe, but better than like a steel toe boot. So it's kind of in between there. But again, for a hiking boot, super comfortable stuff. And again, for Texas especially, they're not insulated, so they work great. Now, when I put them in excessive cold, yeah, my feet did get a little bit cold, but then I got the idea of putting on multiple socks, and it kind of fixed the problem a little bit. The shoe was a little bit fatter because I had multiple socks on, but other than that, it worked out great. So that's my quick review after 1 year with the Danner Mountain 600s. Absolutely love them. Again, price range, I forgot to mention that. They are around 230 bucks plus tax, so you're running around 250 for those shoes. A little pricey, but they're actually kind of worth it. If I had to say, yeah, they're kind of worth it. They're really good shoes. It's tough to spend 250 bucks on shoes, but yeah, they're kind of worth it. Yeah, without further ado, be careful, be good, take care, and God bless. If you guys gained any value from this quick review, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And again, thank you guys. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.